the video got so much closer. Like, okay, trying the new stand in the car for my phone. Shall see how this will work out. How have you guys been? Hope everyone is doing okay. Nobody's here. It's a Thursday. Is this the last? No, it's not last week of it's not last week of June, or for whatever reason. We are just halfway in June. It's almost gonna be July soon. One person in the house and one like, hi Moose, how are you? How's it going? What are you wearing? What's the fragrance of today? Wow, RN is up and early, up and an atom. RN made it to the live. Why are you up so early? Good morning. I have been up since 5. My oldest didn't fall asleep until 11 last night and woke up at 5. All because of goddamn brownie that he had after school. So chocolate is not good. Hi, Cloudy. No scent of today? How come? Curious. I know, I say that, but some days I don't wear fragrance anyways, like, because it's just, like, it doesn't have to be every day. You don't have to wear perfume every day. It's cold here. Tuscan leather, beautiful. This is too early even for birds. RM, what time is it where you are? It's like 8:02 for me, so it's not that early. Just trying to take some time before I go into work. I am tired. I is tired. I want this week to be ending soon. I am wearing the Mizensir For Your Love. And yeah, I don't think that this is gonna stay in my collection for too long. Because as we talked about yesterday, hey Shuei, I feel like there's a lot of fragrances from this house that have that kind of molecular, kind of MFK twist to things. And not all of them, but there are a few. So I think there's Treasure from this house that smells very close to Baccarat Rouge 540, and this one, let me see what the notes were like. The notes are raspberry, musk, patchouli, benzoin, and ambergris. So yeah, you're trying to be Baccarat Rouge 540. It is a little bit different in that I smell the patchouli in this one, and like MFK. I don't even know if Baccarat Rouge 540 has MFK in it. So, but I do smell the kind of patchouli in this one right off the bat. That says raspberry, but the raspberry in the sweet praline was more noticeable. This one is kind of more mix of raspberry and ambergris, which makes the kind of ambroxany kind of smell. So it is a nice fragrance, but it's just like, it's a designer-like fragrance, very close to Baccarat Rouge 540. So it's quite kind of like pleasant, but it's not gonna stay in my collection for too long. What really caught me was the description that they put in this. I don't know these briefs or like the description of the fragrance, who writes them. Like, is this a writer that writes them? Is this a perfumer that writes them, or somebody writes them and the perfumer kind of approves, or does the company does them, or ChatGPT? I don't know. It's I don't know if the person who writes this briefs, not brief, this is kind of description, does actually smell the fragrance, or just tries to convey the message that the company is trying to convey with the fragrance, because those are two different things. This is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to read my own handwriting, because, you know, I'm horrible at that, but what it said in the description is the scent of another. For Your Love is about taking risks. Imagine the scent of a kiss with all the olfactory sensations that you experience in it. In the fraction of seconds, you approach the other person. The intimacy of skin, the warm musk of the neck at the hairline, and the fruity, powdery fragrance of lipstick. what are you, writing erotica? Like, what the fuck is this? But so I am not very and this fragrance has nothing to do with that, like, unless that you're dating a teenager um as a teenage boy. Remember, the rest of it doesn't really resonate with it. It's quite the innocent fragrance with the kind of like a little bit of ambroxany feeling. Like, to me, always ambroxan makes it a little I want to say kind of juvenile, really, like, not like, it doesn't convey that kind of sexuality to me like ambroxan, but maybe it is for some others. Like, that's, maybe I am just, that's really gross. I know, right? It's like a sexual predator. Epstein wrote about the girls. I don't know. That's just funny. Um, my butt knows olfactory sensation at Karen, yes, and people around you. Yeah, I don't know what they were trying to say, because it has absolutely no description of this fragrance. They're trying to kind of, basically it's alluring, right? Like, this is um probably more female targeted fragrance, and they are trying to lure like women that you'd be like, I don't know, you'd be so appealing and attractive if you use this fragrance. And I'm like, just disgusting. Anyways, um so that's all. It's an island perfume. What's an island perfume? Island perfume. Why would you say an island perfume? I don't even know what that means. Um, yeah. So I probably will put this out for sale um, pretty soon. Epstein Island. Yeah, yeah, probably. Mm, yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. There are a few others that I've smelled from this house. There's something like, I think it's called Blue Gin or something like that. Yeah, it was okay. There are a few that I like, and I am kind of excited to try them again and see if I still like them or not. It's a boxer dropper. Well, not the boxer people that I'm attracted to. Sorry. That was a little bit out of context. Um, yeah. So that was the fragrance of today. I just wanted to check out with you guys and see what you're doing. What is new? What else? Yeah, Karen. I mean, it could be, right? Like, anything could be appealing to anyone, really. Like, I mean, there are smells that are attractive to certain population, or not certain population, but certain people, and it aren't for others. Like, hi, Babush, how are you? Morning live streams are way more interesting. Yes, absolutely. Because you know what? I'm so tired and I'm not awake yet. So that's kind of the frontal lobe inhibition is kind of not there yet. Um, I forget perfume. I forgot perfume this morning. Oh no, no! Produce some skin mask, uh, Karen. It seems like that's kind of a popular thing. Um, so what was I going to say? Uh, oh, I forgot. Sorry, guys, I forgot. I see. Oh, I was going to say this in the fragrance school or whatever I took. Somebody, it was a chemist, attended from, I want to say he was from Indonesia, and I'm not 100% sure. He was a kind of a very quiet guy, would not really partake in our kind of like, there was a group of us that we were rowdy. Um, so he would not really partake in any of that. He was a quiet guy and he was doing his own thing. Like, we knew that he was kind of like a chemist, but he didn't really mingle with the crazies. And at the end, one day I was like, oh, I don't know, it was just, I arrived to the school and it was early and he was there, and then I was like, started a conversation with him, and I'm pretty sure he hated it. But we were talking about what he does, and he did kind of study scents and kind of chemical aspects of it. And like, he was kind of a biochemist, and he was saying that they have they've done studies, and they kind of know that like certain, not that people are nose blind, but they might be nose blind to certain facets of certain things. For example, like there are certain fraction of the population who is nose blind to fecal aspects of oud, like fecal oud, really, the ones that smell like fecal oud. So they do not perceive it as such. And there are, and then he talked about something else too, but it really kind of was like, oh, well, that kind of makes sense, right? Like, when you find something like absolutely disgusting and horrible, and like, and then another person's like, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, that's just individual differences. Um, Sweating on command. Mitra always finds her people even across the world. You know what? Like my favorite thing, like in life, is to when I travel and stuff. I do a lot of. One of my favorite things is not. It's not really. I mean, sightseeing and stuff. A lot of sites I've seen, but yes, it's nice and whatnot. But also is to kind of observe people and their lives. I like to see, I say I people watch a lot. Like I'd like to at certain point of my trip, if I'm gonna go somewhere that I've never been, it's like I want to go sit somewhere and see the locals live their lives and what they do. Like I don't know, that's gonna usually like I like to go to like a park or something on a weekend and watch people, you know, just live their life and observe. I like that. I like that. And then sometimes strike a conversation with someone who's sitting beside you, and it's just like the best conversation ever. And that's the best part of this whole thing, is that you meet someone from a walk of life. Like when was it in France or Paris? France or Italy. I met someone. I was sitting. This is Italy. I was sitting at a restaurant, like those little tables that they put outside, and I ordered something, and there was a guy beside me. He was sitting like was on the table alone, and there were two girls sitting on the other table like beside him, and the girls ordered something, and the waitress came to him and said, what would you like? And he was saying that he wants what the girls ordered because it really looked good. And the waitress wouldn't understand what he's saying. And I did end up, because he had a really thick Australian accent, I think, like Italian wasn't, the waitress wasn't used to. But the waitress knew French a little bit, so I helped with that, and I said, well, he wants what they have, and I ended up getting the same thing too. And then we just started a conversation. This guy was like in his 60s. He was from Australia. He told me all about his life, his daughters, marriage problems. And then he was a farmer. It's totally like a different life than me, and I was just kind of like listening there, and it's just like he started telling me all these things, and eventually at the end, and I found it very sweet. He was like, I see you have a backpack. No, you have one of these, whatever we call it, fanny packs. Be careful, like they are cutting the cord, like in the when you are in the subway or something, they're cutting the cords of it, like the whatever that is, and be careful and whatever, which I found very sweet and caring, right? And I was like, well, thank you. And walk away. I don't even know if I did even ask his name, but it was just beautiful. That was it. There was a conversation. It was great, and shared something. We laughed. Most likely I will never see him again, but that's kind of like a nice thing about human experiences. Sorry, I got lost in my talks. Sendefte Gorlan and Lanstan Gorlampur. Oh, absolutely beautiful. That's a very nice one. I smelled the night. Definitely not poop. The night is bad. I would not like that. Smoking hot. That's a nice one, actually, Stefan. Hi, Stefan. I like that one. Karen, people watch us with binoculars at night. Well, she must be lucky. There might be some interesting people around her. People watch me waffle. Where? Maybe they are watching behind you. Oh my God, y'all. Like, stop it. You guys are crazy. It is there was like a kid that in my kids soccer team, and their house burnt like all of a sudden, like during the, like there was 3 houses in a row that got burnt, and the kid is like an absolutely like very, very nice kid. And I know he was coming to soccer to our house, and one night, because they do soccer practice in my house, and they were like, you know, like, oh, you know, his house burned, and I was like, I can't just even, like, this is like horrible. Anyways, and then I saw the father for the first time last night at soccer practice, and he introduced himself, and he had never seen me, but you know, because usually I don't take him for that soccer practice. But anyways, he I looked at him, but very intently. I asked him, I'm sorry to hear it. And I didn't even say I'm sorry to hear this. I said, how are you doing? And then the guy like started talking to me and talking to me and talking to me, and he really got stuff out of his chest. And I was like, you know, just the power of like paying attention to someone for 1 second, right? Like, and he came in later and apologized, and I said, I'm sorry. I just met you. You just said hi. Like, I shouldn't have done that. And I was like, well, don't worry about it. Like, you know, but there's a power in that. Like that, you know, a moment that you connect with someone, and there's a collective healing in that. Anyways, I don't know why I went on a tangent. Maybe they're watching, oh, probably. And hi, Dushan, how are you? Okay, before this gets too philosophical, have you guys tried anything new? Is anyone expecting any new fragrances? Tell me about your purchases. I saw your hair reminded probably. That is probably that was a kind of a horror movie laugh, but anyways. I see Canada has come up with this kind of new coin. I think it's like a $20 coin, like kind of from the mint, and has the kind of bee symbol on it. Like one of my friends sent me. It's like very similar to like a guirlande symbol. I may end up getting that one that I'm excited about. Has nothing to do with fragrances. God, this parking lot is getting busy in a moment. I'm gonna run into work. I just wanted to pop in and say hi, and hope you guys have a good day, and I shall see you later somewhere, and have a great day. The laugh was devious. Yes, it was. Amouage Beach Hut Man. Oh, still waiting. I have you ordered it? I think I'm gonna die before I get an Opus 3. Like, that's another one that I really want to get, but I haven't been able to. So, and it's discontinued now, and it's not available at good price. Anyways, you ordered 45 days ago and lost in mail. That is bad. I'm sorry for that. Have a good day, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye bye.